What if we told you that Africa's wealthiest cities look nothing like the dusty stereotypes the world has printed in your mind? Picture this instead: traffic jams of Lamborghinis in Lagos, skyscrapers in Nairobi flashing neon against the night sky, beachfront mansions in Cape Town, where billionaires sip wine while watching the ocean crash into Table Mountain. Imagine Johannesburg's financial district buzzing louder than Wall Street, Cairo's megaprojects stretching the horizon, and Accra's skyline lit up by tech hubs that could rival Silicon Valley. These aren't fantasy postcards. They are Africa's money capitals of 2025. Cities where fortunes are made overnight, where private jets outnumber fishing boats, and where deals worth billions are signed behind glass towers that rise higher each year. The world told you Africa was poor. The truth? Africa's richest cities are dripping with so much wealth, they could make Paris, Zurich, or even Dubai nervous. So, what are these cities, and how does wealth look there? In this video, let's find out. Number 23. Mombasa, Kenya. For years, outsiders dismissed Mombasa as nothing more than a beach city with pretty postcards of white sands and dhow boats. But beneath the turquoise waters lies the beating heart of East African trade. The port of Mombasa isn't just Kenya's pride. It's the region's lifeline, moving goods for landlocked neighbors like Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, South Sudan, and even parts of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Every container that lands here ripples through half the continent. Private wealth in the city now sits at around $7 billion, supported by a mix of logistics, shipping, and a strong tourism backbone. Mombasa counts more than 800 high-net-worth individuals, from shipping magnates to hoteliers and real estate tycoons. Add in luxury developments in Nyali and Diani Beach, where villas overlook the Indian Ocean, and you begin to see why Mombasa is no longer just sand and sea. It's a city that proves coastal trade remains Africa's secret weapon for wealth. Number 22. Lusaka, Zambia. Lusaka doesn't shout wealth, it hums with it. Zambia's capital city has quietly become a financial furnace, drawing power from the country's most famous export, copper. Known as the Wi-Fi of the global economy, copper is essential for everything from construction wiring to electric cars. Without it, the world's transition to clean energy collapses. This makes Lusaka a control tower for global copper deals. With private wealth estimated at $8 billion, the city is home to about 400 high-net-worth individuals, many tied to mining, real estate, and agribusiness. But Lusaka isn't content to be a mining hub alone. Investments in solar energy, agriculture, and retail are creating new layers of wealth, while shiny malls, modern gated communities, and expanding business districts showcase its transformation. On the surface, it's calm, but beneath lies a city that quietly powers the world. Number 21. Maputo, Mozambique. Maputo is Mozambique's heartbeat, and it's finally pounding at full strength. Once a colonial port under Portuguese control, the city has stepped out of that shadow with a modern, forward-facing identity. With $10 billion in private wealth, Maputo is now fueled by offshore natural gas discoveries, seafood exports, and massive Chinese-backed infrastructure projects. The Maputo-Katembe suspension bridge, ring roads, and new industrial zones are reshaping the city's face. But it's not just about steel and concrete. The seafood trade and tourism keep cash flowing too, with the city's coastline drawing elites from both Africa and abroad. Private villas dot the seaside, while luxury hotels spring up beside its historic colonial avenues. Today, Maputo is where old Portuguese streets meet glittering new skyscrapers, a city learning to roar in the global economy. Number 20. Windhoek, Namibia. Windhoek doesn't boast. It whispers wealth. With an economy built on uranium, diamonds, tourism, and an enviable reputation for low corruption, Namibia's capital has become a fortress for fortunes. At $11 billion in private wealth, Windhoek houses 1,000 high-net-worth individuals, drawn not just by the industries, but by the stability and safety it offers. The city has carved out a reputation as Africa's wealth preservation paradise. Investors and retirees love its clean streets, modern infrastructure, and laid-back but secure lifestyle. Unlike chaotic boomtowns, Windhoek doesn't risk implosion. Instead, it grows slowly but steadily, attracting those who want their wealth to last generations. Think of it as Africa's Swiss bank account, safe, discreet, and reliable. Number 19. Abuja, Nigeria. If Lagos is Nigeria's chaos and hustle, Abuja is its quiet wealth, the VIP lounge of West Africa. Built as a planned capital, Abuja thrives on oil contracts, political influence, and government-backed deals worth billions. With $11 billion in private wealth and over 700 high-net-worth individuals, the city isn't about noise, it's about exclusivity. Behind Abuja's gates lie sprawling estates where politicians, diplomats, and CEOs live in fortress-like luxury. Deals worth more than some countries' GDPs are signed under chandeliers in its conference halls. Luxury real estate in districts like Maitama, Asokoro, and Wus is in constant demand, and upscale malls cater to the elite. Abuja proves that in Nigeria, wealth doesn't always hustle loudly. It often hides behind silence and power. Number 18. Tangier, Morocco. Tangier is Morocco's economic battering ram into Europe. Strategically perched at the mouth of the Mediterranean, Tangier controls a choke point of global trade. Its Medport is one of the largest in Africa, processing millions of containers annually. This makes Tangier not just a Moroccan city, but a global logistics giant. Private wealth in Tangier has hit $12 billion, with 600 high-net-worth individuals and a growing base of investors. Its free trade zones churn out textiles, car parts, and electronics for markets in Europe and beyond. Luxury real estate has followed, with upscale neighborhoods housing wealthy Moroccan elites and foreign investors. Tangier's wealth isn't loud. It's industrial, strategic, and unstoppable, built on the simple fact that geography made it a natural gateway between Africa and Europe. Number 17. Marrakesh, Morocco. Marrakesh doesn't just sell culture, it turns it into capital. Known globally for its red sandstone architecture and exotic souks, Marrakesh has evolved into Africa's desert jewel of luxury. With $12 billion in private wealth, 600 high-net-worth individuals, and a growing class of global investors, the city thrives on high-end tourism. Forget backpackers and budget hotels. Marrakesh caters to billionaires. Luxury desert resorts, golf courses, restored riads, and elite events pull in visitors who drop millions in a single weekend. Its fashion, film, and cultural festivals have transformed the city into a playground for global elites who consider Monaco too small or Dubai too artificial. Marrakesh is proof that history, culture, and luxury can combine into an unstoppable wealth engine. Number 16. Gaborone, Botswana. Gaborone may not dominate Africa's headlines, but behind its calm exterior lies one of the most underrated wealth hubs on the continent. The city's foundation is unmistakably tied to diamonds because Botswana is one of the world's largest producers, and De Beers' partnership with the government turned those stones into a national treasure. Yet unlike other resource-driven capitals that collapse under corruption or mismanagement, Gaborone has chosen a very different path: prudence, stability, and good governance. The city is investor-friendly almost by design. Political stability has been Botswana's hallmark since independence, with smooth democratic transitions, low corruption, and strong institutions. This makes Gaborone a magnet for expats, financiers, and multinational companies seeking a safe foothold in Africa. Wealth here may not be as loud as Lagos or Johannesburg, but it's quietly well-preserved and carefully nurtured. With $12 billion in private wealth, 1,200 HNWIs, 50 multimillionaires, and 2 centimillionaires, Gaborone punches above its weight. It doesn't try to rival the chaos or scale of megacities like Lagos or Cairo. Instead, it offers what many elites crave: security, discretion, and stability. In many ways, Gaborone is Africa's boutique money capital, small in size, but sparkling with resilience. Number 15, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Addis Ababa is literally Africa's construction site. Step into the city, and the skyline looks like a forest of cranes. Skyscrapers are rising faster than the paint can dry, railways are stitching the nation together, and Chinese-backed projects are reshaping the urban landscape. But Addis is more than glass and steel. It's the gateway of Africa's skies. Ethiopian Airlines, Africa's largest and most profitable carrier, has turned the city into a hub connecting Asia, Europe, and the Americas with the rest of Africa. Beyond infrastructure, Addis is also the political heartbeat of the continent. It is the seat of the African Union and home to dozens of embassies, making it the stage where Africa negotiates its collective future. The $13 billion in private wealth here is as much about influence as it is about hard cash. Addis thrives because it combines economic ambition with diplomatic power, making it a city where deals that shape Africa are signed every day. Number 14, Kampala, Uganda. Kampala is Africa's fintech laboratory. This is where mobile money, pioneered by telecom giants like MTN and Airtel, reshaped finance into something the West is only beginning to grasp. The mobile wallet revolution has created a cashless ecosystem that powers everything from street vendors to million-dollar transactions. Kampala's youth-driven entrepreneurial culture thrives on this innovation, fueling a startup scene that blends fintech with e-commerce and logistics. But the wealth isn't only digital. Real estate has boomed in neighborhoods like Kololo and Naguru, where luxury apartments and gated estates are springing up to house the city's growing elite. With $16 billion in private wealth, Kampala is building its empire brick by brick, app by app, making it one of East Africa's most exciting money capitals. Number 13, Alexandria, Egypt. Alexandria is Egypt's ancient port turned modern logistics gem. Once the playground of Cleopatra and a center of Greco-Roman culture, today it is one of Africa's busiest ports, moving millions of tons of goods that connect North Africa with Europe and the Middle East. That logistics muscle alone drives billions in revenue. But Alexandria is also cashing in on its cultural and historical magnetism. The revival of ancient landmarks and a booming real estate market are attracting both tourists and investors. With $23 billion in private wealth and a base of 1,700 HNWIs, Alexandria shows that a city's past can be more than nostalgia. It can be an engine for future wealth. Number 12, Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Dar es Salaam is East Africa's Golden Gateway. Its bustling port is the largest in Tanzania, feeding trade into landlocked neighbors like Rwanda, Burundi, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. The city is also reaping the rewards of massive natural gas discoveries, with LNG projects drawing billions in foreign investment. Affluent neighborhoods like Masaki and Oyster Bay showcase the wealth with luxury villas and beachfront properties, while the Bagamoyo megaproject, set to be one of Africa's largest ports, signals even bigger things ahead. With $24 billion in private wealth, Dar is no longer just Tanzania's largest city. It's a regional economic giant in the making. Number 11, Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. Abidjan is West Africa's industrial and financial powerhouse, often nicknamed the Paris of the region. It runs on cocoa exports, as Côte d'Ivoire is the world's largest producer. But that's only the foundation. Abidjan's port is one of Africa's busiest, feeding global supply chains, while its booming suburbs and bridges are transforming the skyline into a modern metropolis. The city is also riding a tech startup wave, with fintech and logistics companies sprouting rapidly. Real estate prices are climbing, fueled by a growing middle and upper class. With $25 billion in private wealth and nearly 2,000 HNWIs, Abidjan has moved from being a local player to becoming a financial heartbeat of Francophone Africa. Before we continue further, tell us, are you enjoying the video? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Black Africa. Let's continue now. Number 10, Luanda, Angola. Luanda is the comeback queen of Africa. Once notorious for sky-high prices, chaotic infrastructure, and oil dependency, it has reinvented itself. Reforms and diversification have poured investment into agriculture, infrastructure, and real estate. Oil still dominates, but it no longer defines the city. Today, Luanda flaunts glittering skyscrapers, luxury hotels, and gated neighborhoods like Talatona, where Angola's elites and expats coexist. Its transformation is proof that a city can stumble, regroup, and return stronger than ever. With $32 billion in private wealth, Luanda has secured its place among Africa's most resilient capitals of money. Number 9. Accra, Ghana. Accra is West Africa's rising star, brimming with ambition. It houses the African Continental Free Trade Area headquarters, making it ground zero for Africa's economic integration. Add to that booming gold exports, thriving fintech hubs, and even car manufacturing plants, and you get a city that's shaping not just Ghana's but Africa's future. Accra also benefits from diaspora investments, with Ghanaians abroad pumping money into luxury real estate, startups, and infrastructure. Young, bold, and stable, Accra has become a magnet for both capital and talent. At $35 billion in private wealth, it isn't just following the race, it's running to lead it. Number 8. Casablanca, Morocco. Casablanca is Africa's Wall Street with a Moroccan twist. Home to the country's largest banks, stock exchange, and finance houses, it manages not only Morocco's wealth, but also much of North Africa's economic flows. The city is also a heavyweight in exports, producing cars, textiles, and electronics that move across Europe and beyond. The crown jewel is the Casablanca Finance City project, an ambitious plan to position Casablanca as Africa's answer to Dubai or Singapore. With $43 billion in private wealth and 2,500 HNWIs, the city isn't just Morocco's economic brain, it's a continental financial command center. Number 7. Pretoria, South Africa. Pretoria is South Africa's executive capital and Africa's quiet strategist. Unlike Johannesburg's hustle or Cape Town's luxury, Pretoria thrives on law, policy, and diplomacy. It is the place where decisions are made, treaties are signed, and defense contracts are negotiated. Its leafy suburbs, like Waterkloof, Brooklyn, and Linwood, house diplomats, CEOs, and political heavyweights. Wealth here is subtle, built on influence and discretion rather than glitz. With $45 billion in private wealth and 2,600 HNWIs, Pretoria is the home for Africa's elite, where power and money quietly intersect. Number 6. Nairobi, Kenya. They don't call it the Silicon Savannah for nothing. Nairobi is where Africa's digital heartbeat lives. The city is home to M-Pesa, the mobile money revolution that turned phones into banks and inspired fintech models across the globe. From there, Nairobi became Africa's testing ground for innovation. Tech giants like Google, Microsoft, and IBM all planted their flags here, setting up regional headquarters to tap into its brainpower. But Nairobi isn't just about code. It's a financial hub, powered by the Nairobi Securities Exchange, and a magnet for startups that blend finance, logistics, and AI. Add to that a thriving real estate boom in neighborhoods like Karen and Runda, where luxury mansions line the streets, and you have a city that's fast, ambitious, and unrelentingly tech-driven. At $48 billion in private wealth, Nairobi isn't just keeping pace, it's laying down Africa's blueprint for the digital future. Number 5. Durban and Mpumalanga, South Africa. Durban and Mpumalanga are the coastal duo rewriting wealth on South Africa's east coast. Durban's megaport, one of the busiest in the Southern Hemisphere, powers trade flows worth billions. It's the artery for automotive exports, bulk minerals, and manufactured goods. Meanwhile, its industrial backbone keeps the city humming with business. Just a few kilometers north, Mpumalanga has reinvented itself as a billionaire's playground. Think pearl sky towers glittering above the ocean, gated estates with golf courses, and corporate parks that attract multinationals. Here, sea views meet serious money. Together, Durban and Umhlanga prove that South Africa's wealth story isn't just about Johannesburg's towers or Cape Town's vineyards. The East Coast is cashing in, and it's doing so with style. Number 4. Lagos, Nigeria. Lagos is a city where hustle isn't just an attitude, it's oxygen. With nearly 5,500 high-net-worth individuals, 17 centimillionaires, and a growing billionaire class, Lagos has become Africa's unapologetic answer to New York. The city thrives on a cocktail of industries. Oil still plays a role, but fintech is exploding, Nollywood churns out films faster than Hollywood, and real estate in areas like Victoria Island and Lekki is booming at a breakneck pace. Its infrastructure often struggles to keep up, but Lagos has a superpower. It turns obstacles into opportunities. Traffic jams breed delivery startups, power cuts spark renewable innovations, and scarcity fuels ambition. At $97 billion in private wealth, Lagos isn't asking for permission. It's building empires. Number 3. Cairo, Egypt. Cairo is a scale turned into raw power. With over 88,000 high-net-worth individuals, it's not just Africa's third richest city. It's a continental super engine. Its wealth comes from everywhere. Mega infrastructure projects, energy corridors linking Africa to the Middle East, booming real estate, and Gulf money pouring in through investments and tourism. Egypt's capital is also a cultural and digital powerhouse, balancing its ancient legacy with modern ambition. Skyscrapers rise beside centuries-old mosques, while high-speed trains and new smart city projects push Cairo into the future. With $128 billion in private wealth, Cairo is not just an Egyptian stronghold. It's one of Africa's most unstoppable giants. Number 2. Cape Town, South Africa. Cape Town is Africa's luxury brand. Nestled under the shadow of Table Mountain, it blends vineyards, private beaches, and billionaires' retreats into a lifestyle that attracts the world's elite. With 6,900 high-net-worth individuals, 25 centimillionaires. Number 1. Johannesburg, South Africa. The city of gold still wears the crown. Johannesburg reigns as Africa's undisputed king of wealth, boasting $239 billion in private wealth, more than Cape Town and Cairo combined. Once built on gold mines, today Joburg thrives on global finance, venture capital, real estate, and corporate dominance. It's home to 14,600 millionaires. The Sandton district, often dubbed the richest square mile in Africa, is a fortress of banks, luxury malls, and multinational headquarters. But Joburg's real magic is transformation. From the turbulence of apartheid's end to becoming Africa's financial nucleus, the city has proven it doesn't chase the future, it builds it. Johannesburg isn't just wealthy, it's Africa's capital of power, control, and unstoppable ambition. So tell us, if you had to pack your bags tomorrow, would you choose Cape Town's vineyards, Nairobi's tech hubs, Lagos's chaos, or Johannesburg's corporate towers? Or would you still select Dubai, London, or New York? In the comment section below, share your thoughts on where Africans have more chances to prosper, abroad or in these rich African cities. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We bring videos on Black Africa, its history, rich arts and culture, and things the world should know about. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.